today's video, and welcome back to Crawford. On today's video, we have a custom mushroom island in your Minecraft world. So let's get right into it. The first thing I did in a mushroom island build was separate the inside from the outside. I did this with this wooden wall. I used 9 different wood blocks, and I placed them in a disorganized pattern with different heights, some being very short, some being very tall, in this very unorganized pattern. It really makes it look like a nice kind of tribal, strange look, which really works well in this whole mushroom design. Once I had the general outline of the outside of my build made, I made a small little dock. It's pretty boring and unoriginal, but I think it really sets the tone and allows you to really kind of bring this whole area into focus without it being too unorganized. You know, just also along the coast, I just put some stone down to add a nice little firm texture. Moving into the heartland of the build, the first thing I did was place this mushroom path going throughout the entire build, branching off into multiple different directions to really be able to make sure you guys can see the entire build. With the path, I made this brown mushroom blocking the path since I think it looks really good alongside the mycelium without it being too much extra and too much big, grandiose look compared to the world around it. Once I had all those basics done, I decided it was time to build some trees. The first thing I did was build these big old red trees with the basic mushroom block. I did this by making a kind of twisting zigzag build with the stems all the way to a center point, where I made it kind of cross into different sections, holding up the canopy. Once I got to the canopy, I just kind of built up a little shape and filled it in, going out 1 block more every single time, until I got to kind of this nice little overhang canopy look that I think really goes really well with this whole mushroom thing. I used the same design over here. I think it did even better over here. Also, for some lighting, I hung some blue soul lanterns from the vines of the mushroom to give it some lighting, because this would be very, very dark. Once I used up all the basic mushroom blocks in the game, I had to think a bit outside the box. So what I decided to do was use powdered concrete of all sorts of different colors. The powdered concrete is very colorful, so it adds a lot of nice color to the build, but it also is a new block that's not completely the same as mushrooms. Getting back to the stems themselves, I used a couple major themes. The first one here is just kind of a long, kind of outstretched theme that goes like really far away from the base. While on some of these other ones, I have them going nice straight upward with very little disjoint from the beginningness. My favorite one is over here, where I use just 2 block segments stacked up on the corner, kind of like a Jenga tower, going all the way up in a little spiral formation. And this one right here is just kind of a funny one. I just made a really giant tower of a mushroom. After creating the mushrooms themselves, I decided to add a few small houses. This first one here is pretty simple and I kind of like it. I made kind of a quartz kind of just circle, and on top of that I made a nice little canopy of the red mushroom blocks. I highlighted it with some spruce and a little prismarine just to give it a little more homely look, but I think it has a nice little individual mushroom kind of look to it. We can look at the smaller details surrounding the path itself. I decided to litter the surrounding area with a bunch of potatoes, carrots, wheat, as well as some sugarcane, just to give it some extra color, since I think color is so important in these kind of builds. I also kind of threw some water in here just to light up these plants and to get them nice and wet. Along with these, I just coated the area in mushrooms, because of course it's a mushroom biome, so you need mushrooms. Okay guys, I hope you guys all enjoyed my custom mushroom island build. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, like, comment, subscribe. How do you guys like my new mic? How's the audio sound? And until next time, troop dismissed.